good news is I'm officially a mud pie. Done that, bought the t-shirt. Well, given the t-shirt. Thank you, Andy and Josie. Good morning. After a gap of 9 months, I'm back on the Thames foreshore with my good friends, the Mudpies. Here we are.
Hello,
Here are the Mudpies.
Good to see
Hello.
you again.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Thames foreshore.
Yes.
I understand this is your very first visit.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
It is really, really
I'll
exciting.
show you around my patch.
Your manor.
All access all areas. Any particular finds that would be on your bucket list for today?
Anything metal.
Metal
I mean, it's
stuff?
unlikely, but you know, like some sort of token, a
Oh, yeah.
coin,
Oh, okay.
anything like that.
You're aiming big, Josie.
This is dream though. This is dream.
Okay. Yeah.
A couple of
Or-
gold coins then. Yeah, you're probably with the wrong mudlark. I'm more of a clay man, but yeah, you probably get some metal finds today. I
A
should
pin,
think.
some pins.
Oh, definitely pins.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
up for some pins.
Okay, at
That's-
the very least, I promise you pins. But
Whee.
maybe
Yes.
something else. Great.
Awesome.
Let's go hunting.
Let's do it.
Here's a bit of stoneware, but not very old. This is part of a German mineral water bottle, so 1850, 1920, that type of time frame. If Rosemary is out there, could she contact me, because I found your tile. That's a very sweet name for a lump of clay. Very modern, of course. This might be a bit of Roman here, colour-coded. Just sitting on the foreshore. And it is indeed Roman. Very nice, from a hunt jug probably. So you've got the barbotine, which is a liquid slip raised decoration there, which will run round the vessel. I'll show you a picture of a complete one. So that's nice to get back to Roman London on my first 10 minutes back on the foreshore. So quite happy with that one. Another little bit of colour coated, but a lovely bit of decoration. That could be the head of an animal perhaps. It's barbotine, so it's a thick coating of slip that they've trailed onto the shard to make it like that. So another bit of Roman London.
Non-muddy environment.
Going forward 1500 years, this is white salt glazed stoneware, so roughly 1720 to 1780. part of a teapot, which is nice. There's a couple of different finds. We've got some tin glazed earthenware, or Delftware, bottom of a charger, I guess, with some hand painted blue decoration, and next to it a lovely little bit of porcelain with some hand painted flowers. So that's a nice find.
Get them glasses on.
Finally, one from my bucket list after 12 years of searching the Thames, or is it 15? I'm not sure. I have found a wig curler. So it's missing both ends, so I can't say it's in great condition. So it was dumbbell shaped with a curl, you know, like bulbous bit at both ends. I will show you a complete one, but really happy with that. That's great. Just here is a little item with a lot of history. So you can see the white slip on this redware. It's part of a sugar cone mould, so a cone-shaped thing that they would crystallise sugar into to make sugar cones. So this has whole implications for the slave trade, slaves in the Caribbean growing the sugar cane, shipping the cane to London where it was made into cones. So a lot of history in a little piece, but that's the distinctive, the white slip there. So this would be 17th to early 19th century.
Does that, and they look fab when they're in their little wheel, their little twist.
Yeah, I have found a few twists. So this is a bit where the Thames sorts things. So it's sorted all these nails, but it's also sorted, very helpfully, pins. So we have lots of tiny little pins. These could be anything from medieval up to 18th century. And they have a little twisted head on them. A lot of Tudor clothing, like the elaborate ruffs, were held together with hundreds of pins. So some of these may be Tudor as well. So another find, a little base from a pearlware tea bowl. So I guess late 18th, early 19th century, with blue hand-painted decoration. Pearlware, you can see the glazed pools in a blue pattern around the base and around the handle. So this was really it's still imitating Chinese porcelain, trying to get adding cobalt to the glaze and getting it whiter looking. A bit of marbled slip this time. I'm thinking this is North Italian marbled slip rather than the later Staffordshire style. Probably a bowl because it's glazed inside and outside, but I'll show you a picture of a more complete one. So this is going to be 17th century. Quite a nice little find, would have been a stunner when it was complete. The base of a stoneware, salt glazed stoneware jug or tankard. I'll show you a complete one. Some of them had the names of the pub on them, or the tavern or the inn, with a decorative design and the name scratched in. This has got small black inclusions in the clay, so I think it's probably Fulham manufacture, so a London tavern jug. Here we are, hunting for the Thames garnets, one of the mysteries of the Thames.
We're getting a good few beauties out
got
here.
a really good collection there. Almost one to make a jewellery out of.
Yes.
Here's a coin. Not very good at finding coins. This looks a bit older than the usual. worn flat, but I'm guessing it's probably a halfpenny. A little piece of greyware, but you can just see it's got two lines that have been burnished as decoration on it. So this is Roman greyware. So again, taking us 800 years back to Londinium, the Roman capital of London. Sorry, capital of the province of Britain. It's still a nice find though, because that is a large Bartman, and you've got the handle.
No!
Oh no! That's so typical, unfortunately.
Oh.
Because the face is moulded on, they often fall off.
Yes.
That's still a nice find though.
It is.
Yes. Oh, it's just so tantalising, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of my favourite things to find is tin glazed earthenware, and this is a really nice piece with the original hand painted design, Chinese inspired, so it'll be 17th century or 18th century, that little piece. And we've pretty much reached the end by the Millennium Bridge. Yeah, I'm leaving the Mudpies to do this bit because 100 yards further off there are some perfectly decent steps, so I don't need to do the pirate up in the rigging. See you in a minute or two. The intrepid Mudpies make their escape. Yay! See you later. Just a quick roundup, just to highlight a few things that some extra facts have come out of the woodwork, or things that I forgot to record at the time in the excitement of going down to the foreshore. So we had quite a nice Roman day. I found quite a lot of little Roman pieces, including rouletted decoration on these colour-coded things, but I get the prize for the most teeny tiny rouletted piece of colour-coated pottery. Going towards the heavier end of the scale, a bit of hypercaust flue tile, so part of a Roman heating system, and that's keying in for the mortar to cement it together. Probably Roman. I would think this is the rim of a mortarium, so you've got a nice thick rim for gripping, and then you grind your spices or your herbs on the grits that are inside the bowl. Now this is an interesting one. I had no idea what it was, but I needed a second opinion because I haven't found a piece before. This is part of a Roman floor. This is called Opus Signinum, which is the work of Signy, which is a tile producing town in Italy. Basically crushed tile, these red bits in there, a few little bits of stone as well thrown in a lime mortar, and this was rammed down to make your floor, and it could take a polish. There's a picture afterwards of a nice polished Opus Signinum floor, so this would have been in a quite well-to-do Roman building in Roman London, so I hadn't found a piece of that before, so that's nice. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure if I photographed it when it came up. I think I did. This has proved to be Nottingham stoneware, or certainly the area around Nottingham. probably 1740 to 1760. Part of a mug with the handle, I think, and it's got chips of clay or grog that they've applied to the surface and then glazed. Photo coming up of a complete mug. The Nottingham stoneware is distinguishable by the white line between the clay fabric and the glaze, and the lustrous chocolate coloured glaze. So that's rather a nice piece to find. Don't find that much of that on the foreshore. My little coin is a Victorian halfpenny, sometime between 1860 and 1894. There's just, you'll have to believe me with this, but there's just the hint of a profile of the young head of Queen Victoria. She kept her young head on the coins even though she was well on in years by 1894. Numismatic vanity, one might call it. There's a picture of a slightly better condition one coming up now. And to round up, finally, the bit of porcelain which I picked up is probably 18th century. It's got some nice flower painting. What interested me is that the decoration is painted over the glaze in enamels. So you'd fire your white porcelain, then you would paint onto the surface, and you'd have a lower temperature firing in a smaller kiln just to fix your enamels. But you can feel the paint above the glaze on that, so that's quite nice. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to get back to the foreshore soon. If you're interested in old pottery like me, then you would do no worse than buying my book from Etsy or eBay. It's only $2.99 for a PDF download, and you can find out more about the pottery that we encounter on the Thames foreshore. So thanks again and see you soon.